Hello and welcome back to the Satoshi Society YouTube channel. My name is AJ, one of the hosts here, and today we're going to take a quick look at the price of Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? We're going to take a look at the DXY and the traditional markets as well. Okay, it is a Saturday, so traditional markets are not open, but we will have a look how they closed yesterday on Friday. Okay, and we're going to have a look at the DXY as well, which is also closed, but we're going to see where that closed. Okay, and it does open back up tomorrow evening, so Sunday evening is when the DXY will open back up. So we're going to take a look at how they closed, take a look at how this is going to affect Bitcoin, and yeah, sort of give my perspective on the market. So if that sounds interesting, please make sure you smash a like on this video. I'd really appreciate it if you just hit that thumbs up button. Helps me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring the trades that I bring you and the analysis that I bring you as well. I'm also going to update you with the trade that I'm currently in and the trade that I gave you on Friday, last Friday, and yeah, Sunday as well. So last Friday and Sunday, not the one that's just been, but the one before that. I told you I was entering into a short position, and you know, I continue to say that on Sunday, and we've seen the price pull back as I expected it to. Okay, so I'm just going to pull up that short position for you. And as you can see currently on Bybit, we do have this short position open. Is it going to focus? There we go. So 37.89% in a profit. Entry price was 24,730, and then the current price is 22,984. And if we bring up the Bitcoin charts, we can see that is roughly the price that we have right now. You can see that. What index is this? I'm pretty sure this is this is the trading view index. Okay, yeah, so the price is going to be slightly different to what is on Bybit, sorry, on Bybit, but yeah, we do have this trade currently open right now, and yeah, it is in a really nice profit, and I did let you know that I was entering into this trade. Okay, so what can we expect now for Bitcoin? Okay, looking at this chart, all right, the reason why I entered into this trade is because of this previous high here. Okay, this previous bear market pump, this bear market rally. Okay, we also had this golden pocket coming in as resistance from previous swing high to swing low, and then we were forming a very, very obvious bearish divergence, higher highs on the price action chart, lower lows on the RSI. So I was telling you I'm looking to enter into a short position at this area here, which is exactly what I did, and I was telling you I'm expecting the price to pull back, and as we can see, the price is pulling back. Okay, so we're in a really, really nice profit, almost 40% in a profit as of right now. And yeah, I've already taken a bit of profit off the table, and I'm looking to continue to hold this trade open. The rest of the capital that I have left in the trade, I'm looking to continue to hold this trade open to potentially down to $21,400, because that's where I see the target being. Okay, so looking on the smaller time frames, we do have support at 22,287. Okay, so I'm just going to share that with you quickly. On the lower time frames, we do have support coming in. So let's just bring that up for you. I don't have my two screens set up at the moment, so you'll just have to bear with me. But what we're looking at here is that the next level that I'm looking at is this previous range low here at 22,287. Okay, we've broken this support here at 23,459 right here, and as you can see, we've had a continuation towards the downside. So the next level that I would be looking at is 22,287 if we stay below 23,459. Okay, there is a possibility that we could retest this, maybe get a rejection there, or retrace and break above. And if we were to do that, then we could be looking at higher prices. Okay, potentially even coming back to $25,211. But right now, again, you know, like I said yesterday, I'm very, very bearish on the short term, medium term, long term as of right now. That's where I'm currently sat. Okay. Now, yeah, short term, I'm expecting the price to pull back to 22,287. Okay, and then if that is held as support, you know, if we form some sort of bullish divergence, okay, coming into support with another technical tool. Another bullish technical tool, okay, then we could be looking for a long there for a potential bounce towards the upside. However, if we don't get any of those bullish signals, then we could be looking to add to our short position and actually continue with our short position. Okay, so that's where I'm currently sat in the shorter term. Okay, looking at the medium term, okay, if I just bring up the daily chart once again, So this chart right here, we can see that on the daily, the next level of support is $21,405 right here from this previous low. Okay, so looking at the daily, this is where I'm actually looking for the price to come down to, and from there we can reevaluate: is the price looking bullish or is the price looking bearish? Okay, is the price going to bounce from here? So we would be looking to enter into a long down here, or is the price looking to actually break towards the downside and move lower to potentially $20,300 approximately? Okay, obviously we're going to reevaluate that once we get there. Okay, but right now I'm still looking for this continuation towards the downside. And why is that? Okay, that is because looking at the DXY is still pumping. Okay, yes, it's closed today, but the DXY yesterday was continuing to pump into this resistance. Now, yes, there's a possibility that we could get rejected from this resistance. There's a very high chance that we could do that. But there's another thing that has happened yesterday that has actually made me believe we're going to break above this resistance and potentially come all the way back up to $109 on the DXY. And what is that? Well, if we come and have a look at the weekly, we can see that we used this diagonal blue upwards trending trend line here as support previously. Okay, we used it as major support. We tested it two times there, and then we tested it a few times here as well. Okay, so we've used this level as major support. And what happened? We got a break towards the downside with a continuation towards the downside. Okay. However, we had major support here that held the price up, has pushed the price back up, and now we're back above this previous major support, okay, which was going to act as resistance. However, we've broken above it, okay, and the fact that we've broken back above this trend line, okay, has just told me that this was a slight deviation and we could potentially continue this rise towards the upside on the DXY, maybe even making new all-time, making highs again on the DXY, okay, as in breaking potentially 114,000, 115,000. That is a possibility. And if that happens, this is going to be very bad for Bitcoin. We know, okay, that the DXY and Bitcoin is inversely correlated. The DXY goes up, Bitcoin goes down. The DXY goes down, Bitcoin goes up. The DXY is going to continue to push towards the upside. Okay, what are we going to see? Well, we're going to see Bitcoin pull back. Okay, and because we've broken above this diagonal upwards trending trend line, okay, this blue diagonal upwards trending trend line on the weekly, it's looking fairly bullish for me on the DXY, which is obviously very bearish for us on the Bitcoin charts. Okay, very bearish for Bitcoin. So this is what I'm looking at. Okay, yes, there's a possibility we could get rejected from this resistance. Yes, that's a possibility. But because we've broken towards the upside of the resistance on the weekly, it's looking more likely that we're going to continue towards the upside on the DXY. Okay, so potentially break this resistance and move higher. Okay, if that's the case, I'm going to continue to hold this short position and continue to actually add to this short position as well. But if we get a rejection, potentially I'll start taking profits off the table. Okay, because if we're going to get a rejection from here, there's a very high probability that Bitcoin's going to start to have a nice push towards the upside. Okay, so looking at the DXY very closely at the moment, okay, and just using this to determine what I'm going to be doing, okay, because it does determine whether the price of Bitcoin goes up and down. Okay, let's have a quick look at the ES as well. What's happening to the ES? Well, the ES is pulled back from this major resistance here. Okay, we had a major level, we've broken, we've had a pullback, okay, and then we came down to this support here, used it as slight support, but as of yesterday, okay, what happened? We broke it towards the downside, okay, and this has been major support. Okay, we can see this we can see this with these yellow arrows here. Okay, we used it as support to the dollar there, we used it as support to the dollar there, okay, and we did use it as very slight support, but then yesterday we did get a break towards the downside. Okay, now we've got a lot of support coming in around this area, okay, and as we can see, we tested this trend line here, this downwards trending trend line here, okay, as support. Why did we do that? Okay, and why did we get a slight bounce off it? Well, throughout the whole course of 2022, okay, and the first little bit of 2023, okay, we did not see the price break above this downwards trending resistance level. Okay, so this, of course, is going to act as support. Okay, why? Because we broke towards the upside. We broke this towards the upside. Okay, so yes, there's a very high chance that we could use this level as support, and we have a major level of support just below it as well. Okay, so we do have a cluster of support coming in here, but if that DXY is going to continue to push towards the upside and break that resistance, what's going to happen to the ES? Well, the ES is going to break towards the downside, okay, and we're going to see Bitcoin follow that as well, okay. And what we've actually seen is that Bitcoin follows the ES, okay, but it lags behind slightly. It does lag behind slightly. And I was telling you this, okay? I was telling you that the ES, okay, does tend to move before Bitcoin, and we see Bitcoin actually follow it shortly after, okay? And I did actually share, let's just have a quick look. Let's just have a quick look here. I did actually share something on Twitter. So let me just bring up Twitter for you. Stop sharing screen. Let's bring up Twitter for you and just show you quickly. Is it going to let me share Twitter? Yes, it is. Here we go. So looking at this, you know, you can see looking at Twitter, sorry, you can see that I post updates on the trade. So make sure you give us a follow over on Twitter. But I put out a little post here. Oh, did it not actually post? Okay, I'm struggling to find it now. Oh no, it was one of these actually. Here we go. Yeah, so I posted here 20 hours ago. Looks as though it wants to drop more. Bitcoin looks as though it wants to drop more. Okay. And as we can see, this was in a 23, almost 24% in a profit. Okay. And then shortly after, as you can see, it was still 20 hours ago. As you can see, here we go, Bitcoin. Okay. We saw that trade absolutely explode. Okay. 35%, almost 36% in a profit. Okay. So I'm giving you these updates. You know, I was telling you, it looks as though Bitcoin wants to drop more, and straight after that happened, okay, straight after I posted that, sorry, you know, that is exactly what happened. So make sure you go and follow us over on Twitter, because I am giving you some updates there. DXY is pumping, and ES, which is the S&P 500 E-mini futures, is breaking support. This does not look good for Bitcoin, okay? And that's exactly what happens. You know, we saw this pullback for Bitcoin. Okay, so make sure you give us a follow here, because I can't always come live and update you with stuff live. So yeah, the next best thing is Twitter. So make sure you follow us there. But you know, I've been telling you when the market is most likely going to drop, and it has been happening. Okay. So for me, I'm still looking for that continuation towards the downside, as long as that DXY continues towards the upside. Okay, so we've got to be focusing on that DXY at the moment, because okay, if that DXY is going to push towards the upside, we're going to see Bitcoin pull back. And I'm going to continue to say that as well. I'm going to continue to tell you that, okay, because it is just textbook. When the DXY moves up, Bitcoin does move down, okay? So looking at Bitcoin right now, over the weekend, we don't tend to get much volume coming in. So over the course of the weekend, I wouldn't expect too much movement. But if we were to get any movement, I would expect it to be towards the downside. So yeah. Let's have a look at the comments quickly. What happened to BTC? What will be the bottom for this fall? Okay, the way I trade is, you know, level to level. I'm a level to level trader. I don't, you know the exact price that Bitcoin could bottom out. For me, I'm still very, very bearish in the medium and long term. So I still think Bitcoin could come down to 18,000, maybe even $15,500. And if it breaks that, we could move much lower. Okay. Let me just bring up the weekly quickly to give us a better understanding. This chart right here. There we go. Okay, let's just have a look at the weekly. All right, the weekly is still looking very, very bearish for me. Why is a weekly looking bearish for me? Well, we're getting rejected from this major level right here. Okay, you can see we're having that pullback. Okay, this is a major level that we need to break above in order for Bitcoin to flip bullish, in my eyes. Okay, and that is to get above $25,200. But we're not doing that. We're using it as very strong resistance. Okay. What else is happening? Okay, we have that resistance, but we also have a bearish divergence coming in as well. Okay, looking at this, we have lower lows, very slight lower lows on the price action chart, but initially we have lower lows. Okay, and then on the RSI, we have higher highs. Textbook bearish divergence coming into resistance. Very, very bearish sign. Okay, so I am expecting in the medium term, okay, and the long term, for the price to continue to pull back, potentially down to $19,800, $700 ish. Okay, where we get into this major support here. Then if we break $18,800, then we could be looking at 14,000. Okay. This is what I've been looking at. You know, I've been talking about this for a while now. Okay, this is also looking very, very similar to something, something textbook, something that happens a lot, and that is this Wall Street cheat sheet. Okay, psychology of a market cycle. Okay, this is how the market tends to move. Okay, once we form that all-time high, we have a pullback forming a low. Okay, then we have another push towards the upside. Okay, forming a lower high. Then the big capitulation event. Okay, forming a low, forming a high, forming a low, a lower low, and then a lower high, which forms this anger phase. Then we slowly churn our way down into this depression phase, then go back into that bull market. Okay, and I'm seeing this right here, this anger phase. I'm seeing this right now. Okay, we've had the high, the pullback, the lower high, the bigger pullback, and then the anger phase. Okay, if we come and have a look at the charts, this one here, okay, the weekly chart, we had the high, we had the pullback, okay, we had the rally, okay, forming a lower high. Then we had the big capitulation event forming this anger phase. Okay, we have a low, we have a lower low, okay, or sorry, we have a low, we have a high, we have a lower low, and then we're forming this lower high. Yes, it's a very slight lower high, but initially it's still a lower high. Okay, and from here, where could we go? Well, we could get rejected from this major resistance and slowly churn our way down into the bottom of the bear market. And I've just realized I haven't been showing you. Yeah, sorry, I don't have my two-screen setup, so this is a bit confusing at the moment, even for me. Let me bring up this one here. Okay, this one here. Okay, this Wall Street cheat sheet. Sorry, gonna have to track back a little bit. But what happened is this Wall Street cheat sheet, psychology of a market. This is what tends to happen. Okay, what we have is we have a high, we have a low, we have a lower high. Okay, then we have the big capitulation event forming this anger phase, which I think we're forming right now. Okay, then we slowly churn our way down into the depression phase. Okay, then we start that bull market rally again. Okay, then we start the bull market again. Okay, and I feel that we're in this anger phase right here. Okay, we've had the high, we've had the pullback, then we've had the lower high, then we've had the big capitulation event forming the low here, forming a high, forming a lower low, then a lower high, and then churn our way down. Okay, it looks like we're in this anger phase. So if I come back over here, let me just share the weekly chart again. Sorry, we should be all back to normal soon. I'm just not currently at my usual setup, but yeah, here we go. So we've had the high, we've had the pullback, we've had the lower high, then the big capitulation event forming this anger phase. Okay, the low, the high, the lower low, and the lower high right here. Okay, textbook. Okay, yes, it's only a very slight lower high, but initially it's still a lower high. And where we could go from here is that we slowly churn our way down. This is a scenario that I'm looking at, especially with this DXY continuing to push towards the upside. Okay, I do think, yes, yeah. You think back to 1819 is on the cards? Yes, I do. Okay, I think even lower than that. Okay, and the invalidation for that is a break above $25,200. That would be the invalidation for me. Okay, but yes, where I sit right now is that Bitcoin is most likely going to come down to $18,800. If it breaks that support, then we're going lower. Okay, then we're going to the low of the bear market, $15,500 approximately. If we break that, then 14,000. If we break 14,000, I'm looking at 12,000. If we break 12,000, we're going 10,000. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, and I think it's pretty realistic. I do still think it's pretty realistic. Okay, I know a lot of people are getting very bullish out there. For me, it's not the right time to get bullish. For me, $25,200. Okay, if we can break above that, that is the time to get bullish. Okay. Will you hold this trade down to 14k? Yes, if we continue to break support, I'm gonna continue to add to this trade and continue to hold this trade down to 14,000. Yes, but if I start seeing some bullish signs, I'm going to start taking profits off the table. Okay, it's always good to take profit. Okay, I've already taken 50% profit off of the trade. Okay, because what I like to do is when I have a winning trade, I like to take profit and then I like to move that stop loss to entry so I don't turn this winning trade into a losing trade. Okay, taking all of the risk out of it. I have no risk in this trade anymore. Absolutely none. Okay, because I've already taken profit. Okay, and I'm just letting the rest of the trade run. Okay, so I've got absolutely no risk in this trade at the moment. But yeah, I think that's all I've got for you today. I wanted to keep it short. I've gone on a bit longer than I wanted to. But yeah, I just want to update you once again. This trade is currently in. There we go. 38.45% in a profit. And if anything changes to this trade, if I add to this trade, if I take profit, of course, you will be the first people to know about it. And yeah, if anything major happens today, I will come and update you with it. If nothing happens, then I won't come live tomorrow. I will come live if there's anything to update you with, but it is a Sunday, so I doubt anything's going to happen. But yeah, Monday will be back to the normal lives. And hopefully I'll be back in my normal studio as well. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Please make sure you smash a like on this video. If you want to see more trades, you know, the trade that I have open right now, almost 35% in a profit, sorry, almost 40% in a profit. If you want to see more trades like that, please make sure you smash a like, because it lets me know that you want to see more trades like that. I want to start bringing loads and loads of trades to this channel. And yeah, if you enjoy the content as well, please make sure you smash that thumbs up as well. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next live stream. Thank you, guys.